What's happening, everybody on YouTube? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com, coming back to you with another video. And in this video, I want to answer a viewer question that I received on my YouTube channel. And this does not want to zoom in and focus, but you're gonna have to take my word. Okay, so I got a question. Let's see, on a video that is titled How to Sell Books on Amazon FBA for Complete Beginners in 2018. And the question reads, Steve, I just started sourcing for my first shipment this weekend. Oftentimes when I scan on Amazon using the Sellers app, there are different listings, pricing, and ranks for the same exact book. So how do I know which listing to use to determine if it's a good buy? And this was actually a comment from Yep, It's Cake. So I gotta say right now, that's a pretty cool YouTube handle right there. I don't know who doesn't love cake. Well, I guess my personal trainer doesn't like me eating cake, but it's still very delicious. So let's dive into this question right here. So you're using the Amazon Seller app, or you're using some type of scanning application to analyze items. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's a toy, maybe it's an electronic item, whatever. You scan an item, and for example, let's just say you scan this item, and I actually used this example in one of my previous videos, but I'm gonna scan this because I think this is a good example from what I remember. So I'm pulling out the Amazon Seller app, I am scanning the barcode, and this is a bad example because when I scan it, there's only, it's kind of hard to see right now, there's only one listing that's showing up. But what would you do if there were 4 listings showing up of the same book? Which listing would you choose? Would you choose the first one because it's first in line? Or what about the second one in line? It's got the same image, it's got the same title, but the price is different. The rank is a little lower, or maybe the rank's a little higher. Maybe there's 5 listings and 2 of them are restricted and the other 3 are open, but each one has a different rank, a different price. Which one do you go with? So this is actually a pretty simple answer. It's a 2-part answer. Number 1, make sure that the listing that you're listing under is not restricted, okay? Some listings are restricted for one reason or another. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it got restricted and then somebody created another listing, but make sure it's not restricted. So if there's 2 listings, one's restricted and one's not, obviously go with the one that's not restricted. Number 2, there's actually a couple different parts of this as I dive in. Make sure it's the correct category. Like for example, when I was, let me pull this over. When I was scanning this DVD, there were actually multiple listings, right? And the lowest rank, usually what I do is I go for the listing that has the lowest rank, because that's the listing that it's selling on most. And that's the listing that people seem to be buying for. So maybe it's ranking in the, in the Amazon search or whatever. But you gotta make sure it's the right category. This was actually coming up initially under Amazon Prime. So if you list this under Amazon Prime, that's like a completely wrong category, Prime Video, right? So you've gotta make sure that this was under the DVD category. The same with books. It might be under software for one reason or another. And rank is going to differ based on the category. A 10,000 rank in books is phenomenal, but if this book is a 10,000 video games, which I don't know why it would be there, it's not gonna be selling as fast. So you've gotta make sure that it's in the correct category. That's very, very important. You've gotta make sure that it's not restricted. That's important. And also, you've gotta make sure to go after the listing that has the lowest rank. So those are the 3 things that I really look for. You might be wondering, Steve, why are there like 7 different listings for the same product? Well, when you're on Amazon, you can actually create your own listing, right? So you can take your own pictures, put in your own item description, you can put in a different weight for the item, you can create your own listing. So if multiple people are creating a listing, there's gonna be multiple listings. Now I'm not exactly sure if Amazon goes in and like takes them out or cleans them out from time to time, because the purpose, like most listings only have 1 listing and then all the sellers piggyback on that listing. I think that's the way Amazon wants it, but every now and then, for one reason or another, there's multiple listings. So go after the one that has the lowest rank, go after the one that's not restricted, and make sure that it's in the proper category. That's how I go about choosing the correct listing to list under. So hopefully you found value in this video. If there's any other pointers or tips or tricks that you would like to add to this conversation, please put a comment down below. But yeah, I want to thank you for the question. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them in the next upcoming video. But until then, keep on picking and making that money, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.